Hey everybody, welcome to our Diesel Dreamers call. Today is December 8th, 2015, and I cannot believe that we only have like a couple more weeks left of the year. So pretty crazy, but I'm happy that everyone's here with us tonight because we have a special treat. One of our very own, Julia, is going to be hosting the call. She's going to be talking about her, I guess, like topics of expertise. So she'll be sharing lots of tips with us on what's been working for her, how she's been building her business, how she's been attracting people to her challenge groups and all that awesome stuff. So a little bit of background. Julie and I met actually on Facebook, funny enough. She and I went to this online health coaching school. So we met on there. I'm not sure if I added her as a friend or if she added me, but somehow we connected. Somehow she saw some of my posts and asked me about Beachbody, so I shared with her what it was about, how I got started. And she was one of those coaches that wanted to just get started right away. She ordered her challenge pack, she started her fitness journey, and she started working her business. So I'm super proud of all that she's accomplished in just a year and a half. She's built a very strong team. She has awesome coaches, some of who are on the call tonight. So thanks, girls, for being on. She's just an awesome person overall. She's one of those people that when you're around her, you can't help but like smile and be happy because she just has this great energy about her. If you haven't seen her post, she loves acro yoga. She's very into fitness and nutrition, and she's just a super cool girl all around. So I'm happy that Ian brought us together and that you're here. And yeah, take it away, girl.
Cool, thanks. Before I start with the PowerPoint, I guess, so yeah, like Paulina was saying, I got into Beachbody through her, but what had happened was we went to this program, this holistic health coaching program called IIN, it's abbreviation, and I loved it, but I wanted something more. I was worried about selling myself, and so I was looking around at like Advocare, Beachbody, a few other things, did a lot of searching, and Shakeology was the reason I chose Beachbody over the others, just because it couldn't compare to any of the other shakes or products out there. And it was actually also Amy Silverman. I was really attracted to her as a person and her posts and her story. But I had known Paulina and I'd seen her posts consistently. And I was like, well, Paulina is a real person. Like when I think of Amy, I think of this, this girl who at the time it was an unattainable goal for me to get there. And I was like, I want to talk to Paulina about this because she's real. And her post showed that. And so I contacted her and was like, what's this about? So I hope that my posts do the same. And I'll talk to you a little bit about them. Let's see if I can do the screen share. Okay. Okay. Can you guys see? Okay. Oh no. Sorry, it crashed. That's bad. Okay, cool. All right, so social media posts made easier. This isn't going to be me just saying, this is the app that I use and here's how I use it, because that's something you guys can definitely go through and explore. And if it's something that you do want me to go over with you, I'm happy to do that in the future. We can set something up there. But I'll talk more about, and it's also, I'm not going to talk about scripts. So I don't think that everyone should be following the same script. This is more about what you guys can do to make posts unique and, more of you. Okay. So the first thing I want you guys to think about and write down, think of this as your homework, is think about what appeals to you. So when you look at other successful coaches, whoever that might be, if you don't know any, Paulina, Christina Delgado, Some of my favorites I'll show in a second, but think about what their posts are. I want you guys to go through other coaches' posts and see why you like them, what catches your eye, what they're posting about. So are they posting about coaching? Are they posting about how they just paid off their debt, about their newest challenge group? And think about how you're similar to that person that you're attracted to, because there's a reason you're attracted to them in the first place. And the most important thing is to not copy them. So think about what they're doing that's working for them and use that as your inspiration. So obviously you might have similar things, but don't, copy verbatim what they're doing, because that's not true to you. You all have your own beautiful, unique personality. And I know you're all different from talking to you all, but this is why people are drawn to you. Okay. So, for example, Christina and I both worked in the same lab for grad school, and we have similar friends. They overlap. And some people that I've talked to about the coaching business ended up getting challenge packs under her because they know her and they relate to her better. And that's because she is beautiful and unique in her own way. And so I want you all to be able to own that, use your own personality in your posts. Okay, so the next slide here are 3 people that I really enjoy their posts, and they're all, in my eyes, completely different. So the most obvious one up top is Behler. He's real. He's not trying to sugarcoat anything. He's clearly not too professional. And I think that's why I'm drawn to him. It's because he's not trying to put on a show for anybody. It is what it is. On the right here, you can see Carly Del Carlo. Her posts, I think, are always full of a lot of energy. She's always sharing her story, and I relate to her story. We both have an eating disorder, and so it's good to see someone else on that journey doing well, being successful. And we're about the same age too. And then on the bottom, there's Amy Silverman. Her posts, I always find them visually appealing. And if you look at her one on the left, it says Holiday Cleanse. She doesn't post and say 3-day refresh or the 21-day fix. She's not using that brand. She's making her own brand here. And asking also, why not you? She travels a lot, and she's living this life that she wants to create for herself. And I recognize that, and that's what I'm looking for. All right. So I posted this on the page before, and I thought it was worth sharing again. You don't need to be perfect to inspire other people. A lot of people think you do, and none of us are perfect by any means. Let people be inspired by how you deal with your imperfections. So people are drawn to you by your story, whatever that is. I have people who have talked to me and say, hey, I have issues with eating too. Like, how do you work through it? Let's talk this out, that kind of thing. And sometimes after I post something, I'm concerned that it comes off as too salesy, or I'm worried I'm posting too much. And it never fails. Someone will message me, or I'll message someone, and they'll respond without me asking, and say, your posts are really inspiring. Like, I feel that. And that's great to hear. And you guys, if you don't already hear it, you're going to be hearing that too. As long as you're, following your heart with these posts. So again, be confident. Don't freak out because you're not perfect. Okay. That's what makes you you. Okay. So I'm going to go into the do's and don'ts that I have found over the past 1.5 years to be, really helpful. And the do and the don't correspond to one another. So you don't have to freak out and write all these down or anything. Be consistent. This is something I still struggle with. But you can't just post once and then expect to get all these comments. Okay. Sometimes you'll have a really good post and you will get messages, but you're going to be getting more leads if you're consistently posting. There was, I think it was last month, I didn't really post that much. It wasn't a good month for me emotionally. And I still, because of being consistent in the past, people came to me and said, I know you drink this Shakeology stuff. can we talk about it? So even if I didn't get a sale, they're asking me about it. It's still out there. So once you're consistent enough, you're going to be known amongst your friends as that 21 Day Fix girl or that Shakeology person, that kind of thing. So people are going to realize that. So be consistent. Thank you, lovely. Okay. The next one, be positive and enthusiastic. Don't be wishy-washy. Don't be self-conscious about your posts. Go for it. Go big or go home. Seriously. This post that I have on here, Paulina actually had come to us as coaches and said, hey girls, let's make a push for the fix. Let's do an awesome post with like our containers and we're looking great and we're like working out or whatever. And so I was like, oh, that's a great idea. I'd never thought about that. I was posting like stock photos at the time. And I did this post and I got a lot of likes, comments. People came to me after this. And so you can just see there are lots of exclamation points in there and a lot of capitalized words. And I'm telling my own story. Okay. I talked about how I did lose inches. I was eating real food. It's not a BS program. And I don't mention cost, something else I'll talk about a little later. Also, be real. Again, I've already mentioned that. Be real, show your spirit. Don't copy someone else. So there are times when we will kind of copy posts, like hammer and chisel albums. That's good to do the same post, and you might have the same description in there or something very similar. Stuff like that, it's okay every once in a while, just because it will work, or you might not know exactly what to say, but never just post something that is not you at all. Like, you're not going to use that wording. Don't do that, because people will realize that. And if you're real, people will see that you're being genuine about this and want to come to you. Again, share your story. Don't pretend to be someone else. Don't pretend to be perfect, because people aren't attracted to perfect people. Okay. They want to see your imperfections. They want to see the struggle. And I know that sounds bad, but they also do want to see you succeed. And they can help you. Oh, that will help them in the long run. Share your picture. Don't post stock photos. So Paulina posted this one today, and I loved it because, it shows that she is a real person and she made this awesome change. The photo, that stock, the image on the right, I posted that way back and I got, I think it was 3 likes. One of those likes was Paulina. Okay. The other might've been like my best friend or something, but it didn't gain any traction. No one likes that. They see Autumn and yeah, she's hot. She looks great, but they don't see a person that they know. It looks unattainable. So the more that you're personal with your posts, the better in terms of getting interactions. But also on that note, I did leave this post up, and even though I only got 3 likes, people see it. So maybe in the future, they might come back to you. Just remember that people do see these posts, even if they aren't liking them. Leave some mystery. Don't overload people with information. Okay, we all have stories. We all have long stories, and we don't want to just shove all that on one photo. We don't want to tell everyone about how the 21 Day Fix has these different colored containers and each one stands for the specific food group and these are all the foods that go in it. That's overwhelming. We don't want to do that because we'll lose people that way. Leave some mystery, have them coming back to your page and trying to learn more about you. When you're posting, talk about the community. I recommend not talking about the cost of things or just the product. Talk about the community, make it a little more personal. And for me, this is easy for me to do because you guys are an awesome team. Paulina has been nothing but positive since I've met her. Even in my team, Christina, Melissa, you guys are real. Like we're friends. And it's an awesome community. And I'm really thankful that I've been able to grow this much in a year and a half, because I went from not wanting to post a single thing to now being no crops given, Julia. Like, I'll post, I'm happy about it, and I want everyone to know what a great community it is. Okay, it's not just about the product, it's about helping other people and supporting other people. Do follow up. Once you do a post, don't just leave it at that. Make sure that you guys are commenting afterwards. If people are asking questions, answer them. If someone is negative on that comment, either you can comment and say something nice back, just keep it going. Don't make it an angry feed. And, even if you want, like their posts, that's a new thing you can do, like their replies. And last but not least, have fun with your posts. Don't take yourself too seriously. You're not serious all the time, and if you are, stop it. Have fun. This is a business, but you also need to be able to enjoy yourself in the process. Okay. So this right here, I got this from Bonnie Engel's team call. Paulina had posted it a while back, and I have the link on the bottom of the page, but if you haven't listened to it, I really enjoy Bonnie Engel's posts. So she asks, from your last 3 to 5 posts, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, does a prospect or whoever that person is scrolling through your page know, number 1, that you're a Beachbody coach or a health and fitness coach in general, 2, that you run accountability groups with challengers, 3, that you help mentor other people, whether they're challengers or they're other coaches, and 4, that they could be successful too at this. Okay. And if you scroll through your page right now and someone can't learn that, then you need to reevaluate your posts. And I actually did scroll through my posts today and realized, oh crap, I need to post a few more things. But I think this is a good general thing to ask yourself every once in a while and assess your page. Okay. Now to the apps that I use. This is a screenshot from my phone. When you're posting photos, sometimes you want to make them look a little prettier, a little fancier. This is everything that I use. The ones that are highlighted in pink, those are the apps that I use the most often. And I don't have an iPhone, so some of the apps that you guys might have on iPhones, I don't have access to. But all of these that I have are free. And also, Chelsea Pearson, she did a call with Diesel Nation. She has a crap ton of apps that she uses. So if go back to that, if you need more or want to find more, it's like 3 different screens of it. So that was a little overwhelming for me, but there's a lot of good stuff there too. So I'll go through these. PicStitch and PhotoGrid, that's more for collages. With PhotoGrid, you can also do like a film strip, like I forget what it's called, but it's not just a square for Instagram. And then there's Video Shop, that's free, and it's pretty easy to use. I like to add music to things that way. I haven't been doing any videos really for Beachbody, but I'm trying to because I hate talking. So that's something I need to start pushing more of. InShot, that helps fit photos to Instagram. So it doesn't have to be a square on Instagram anymore, but sometimes photos are still too long or too wide, and InShot helps with that. PixLR, this one's a good one for editing. If there's something distracting in the background, you can blur it out. They're fun filters, Christmas filters. And I also like this one. I try not to overdo it because it's pretty obvious if you do. But let's say you need to post a selfie that day for something, and you have this huge pimple on your forehead, and you're like, oh, I can't take a picture. You can use PixLR. They have a heal app. You can put a little circle over it, and it heals it. So in the photo, yeah, we're all girls. We all want to, fix ourselves up. So PixLR is good for things like that. Fonto is how I add text, and all it does is it puts the picture in there. So I use like InShot first, and then I'll put it into Fonto, and there are a bunch of different fonts in there, and You can do different patterns of colors. You can do shading, shadows, that kind of stuff in the background. So it's pretty good. And Snapseed is another one I've used for years now. And that's another good one for editing and filters. If you want your muscles to pop in your Flex Friday photo, you can add a little HDR to it, things like that. So these are all of my favorites. Let's see. Next, these are 2 online tools. So most of what I do is on my phone. I'm always on my phone. PicMonkey on the right. Paulina knows more about this than I do. I'm not sure if anyone else uses this one, but pretty much everything you can do on your phone app, you can do on PicMonkey. So if you prefer to use a computer, this is the way to go. I'm still learning more about it. So if anyone has anything to add later on, feel free to do so. Another comment people might say is that they don't have time to post. Don't have enough time in the day, or they're working, so they can't post at the prime time, like at 6 or something when they would like to, or early in the morning. That's BS. You don't have to worry about that anymore because there's Hootsuite. And I just started using it and I love it. It's the best thing. You can schedule posts at any time. So if you're sitting at home, vegging out, watching a movie, take that time, sit with your computer and make these posts. You can make, it depends how slow you are, but you can make like 3 weeks of posts in an hour, 2 hours. I'm speeding up with this, so I don't really know. It just depends on your ability to make the posts. But you can schedule posts for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, your websites. It's really convenient. You can post to your page or in challenge groups, things like that. So no more excuses. In my challenge groups, I have it set every day to post at 5:30. That way, anyone who's waking up early and they want to know the call to action that day, it's already there. I don't have to freak out about waking up late. And it saves you a lot of time and effort and stress in the long run. Okay. And as I was making this, these are some other tips that I had remembered. Especially on Facebook, you want to bump your posts. So when you do a post and your face is on there, or if it's a picture of like, I've done one before with like my car because I paid off my car bill for that month in like a certain amount of time. Don't tag yourself in it until the next day. That way people see that photo again, it's coming back up, and you can get more likes, more comments and things that way. If a post works once, it could work again. So hammer and chisel, if you've already done a really great hammer and chisel post, or you're going to, reshare it at the end of the month when it's about to go off sale and just say, hey, it's not going to be on here anymore. Things like that. So you don't always have to reinvent the wheel and do everything over. And again, follow up. Make sure you're replying to the comments in these posts. And also, anyone who likes that post, make sure that you talk to them about it. Like, hey, unless it's one of us, but like if someone likes that post, contact them, follow up with them. Posts with pictures are more likely to be scroll stopping. So just text, that's fine too. Sometimes people are more likely to interact with that. And I think it's smart to, on occasion, just post something randomly asking a question, and you're going to get comments and people are going to start looking at that, possibly look at the rest of your page, see what you've been up to, realize, oh, hey, you're this awesome Beachbody coach, and ask you about it. So while I think pictures get more stops that way, it's good to post just regular status things every once in a while too. And another tip, if you do videos, post it straight to Facebook. Don't do it through YouTube because it's going to get less views that way just because they're competing. And that's all I have. And I'm going to leave you with this little quote. And thanks for letting me talk to you guys today. Yeah. So any questions you guys have, please let me know.
Hello, awesome. Great presentation. Thank you for sharing all your tips. I took a bunch of notes front to back, so let me just hit like a bunch of key points that Julia covered. Number one, make your posts more of you. So I love, love, love that because it's true. People are following you for you, not because you're pretending to be a mother or successful beachbody coach. You know, they're relating to you, your struggles, your triumphs, your story. So you have to share that. Be real, be authentic, be you. I really like the point that she says of thinking about what appeals to you. Because when you're posting things that you like, you know, your interests, your hobbies, whatnot, you know, even images that you enjoy, and you're posting that to your page, people are going to see that and they're going to like it too because it appeals to them as well. So think about, you know, those things. Don't copy others. You know, find inspiration, but make it your own. Mentioning that, you know, everyone has their unique, beautiful personality and owning that, and letting your imperfections be what inspires others and not trying to, you know, pretend to be perfect because like she said, and everybody knows nobody's perfect. Using your personality in your post, sharing your story all the time. Make yourself your brand. So the same thing. Avoid, you know, posting like stock images of Shaco or the Twin Fix or whatever's on sale. Like, put a sweaty picture, you know, sweaty workout post of you doing your workout because that's what people are attracted to. Like they're seeing you are doing the programs too. It's not just, hey, you know, buy this shake because it's on sale or whatever. You have to be part of it. Like this is your journey, you're sharing with others, and you're inspiring other people to join you along the way. Being consistent, don't post once and expect results. When I first started, I guess like I just thought that that would work, you know, like hey, announce my challenge group at the beginning of the month, and just, you know, people will be lining up outside my door. And no, it's not like that. Not everybody will see every single one of your posts. If you have, you know, a couple hundred, a couple thousand friends on Facebook or on Instagram, you know, followers, they're not going to see that one post that you did while you're challenging. You have to be constantly reminding people, and that's, you know, through your posts as well. If you're doing your workouts, sharing that, it doesn't have to be an invite post every single time, but just sharing what you're doing and then, you know, giving them that, hey, I'm running a group, do you want to join, kind of thing, giving them that invite. Being present in your pics, like I mentioned already, sharing your story, making it attainable and relatable. So I love how she said that we're not like, you know, some top coach that no one can compare to or relate to because, you know, we're not the same. We're all, you know, young professionals trying to be successful, trying to, you know, make it on our own, you know, set our life up, figure out what our path is and things like that. And those are the type of people that we're going to attract. So, you know, I'm not trying to attract someone that I can't really relate to. So being attainable, leave some mystery. I love that. So when you're doing your post, you don't have to tell them every single ingredient in Shakeology because honestly, no one's going to read that anyway. You know, putting a little thing, a little, you know, whatever post, you know, some text, making it a little bit of mystery, giving them enough to spark their interest and to start a conversation. So whether that be leaving their email on your post or saying like, you know, I'm interested, or, you know, what is this about, or sending a message, or if you reach out to them, you have the ability to tell them what it is about after you ask them questions about why they were interested in your post. I always start with that. When someone comments on my post about a challenge group or, you know, sneak peek or whatever, I always ask, hey, how are you? And after, you know, we do that, you know, exchange, how are you, good, how are you, whatever. I always ask, what sparked your interest in my post? If it's a challenge group post, I ask them, do you have specific fitness goals you'd like to accomplish? I'm already setting it up, the conversation, for them to tell me what it is they want me to help them with. You know, that's our job. If we don't know what their fitness goals are, how can we promote a group or a program or something if we don't even know what it is they could be struggling with or, you know, need help with? The community aspect, I mean, hello, hanging out with you cool girls tonight. I can't, you know, that like alone is like the best part about this. If I didn't get paid for this, I wouldn't care because I have new friends from all over. I reconnected with old friends, and I just think that's like the coolest thing ever. So something I put like a little side note. If you guys aren't signed up for Summit, if you're not on the wait list for Summit, please get on that list. Please come to Nashville. It is going to be one hell of a good time. You're going to learn so much. It's going to grow your business. Julia can tell you how awesome Summit is. Like, there's nothing else that can compare to it. And little sneak peek for January, they're going to announce where the Success Club trip for 2017 is. So pay attention, get on that list, sign up, and don't miss out because it's a free vacation, and we get to party and hang out and make memories, and it's going to be super, super awesome. So that's my little spiel. Does anybody have questions for Julia or any comments about her awesome presentation? I think you did an awesome job. Thank you so much. You definitely put a lot of effort into making your slides and thinking about what it is you want to talk about.
I have a quick question.
Yeah. Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay. When you said bump your posts by waiting to tag yourself, I was realizing as you said that I'd never tag myself because it's my post. So is it something that normally you should do for this kind of stuff? Like, does that help promote your posts even if you weren't like bumping it the next day?
So there have been times when like I'll get likes once I post something, and then I'll wait until like the end of the day if I posted it in the morning, and I'll tag myself in it, and then all of a sudden I'm getting more likes on that and more comments.
So does it I don't know, put it out there when you tag yourself?
Yeah, because one thing, like for example, if you haven't know, I see this a lot now. People will like a post from 2013, and if one person likes it, then another friend's going to see it and like it, and then it just keeps going like that. So I think it absolutely does work. And even if it's like a few days after, I've sometimes done that because I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to tag myself in it. And plus it puts it not just in like your uploaded photos, but also in the photos of you. So depending on what, people might look into the photos of you instead of just your uploads because they want to see your pretty sweet face, and it'll be there twice. Well,
Gotcha.
one in each tab.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Any other questions or comments?
No.
Well, Melissa and Christina, I'm going to put you girls on the spot for a second. What attracted you guys to Julia besides her being super awesome and, her being friends, or you guys having some kind of relationship before Beachbody? But was there a specific Beachbody related post that maybe she put out there that you guys related to that made you more interested in figuring out and asking her what this all is about?
I had just kind of kept up with her progress pictures and everything. I think it was probably the 3-day refresh one that I was like, holy crap, what are these products that she's using? I didn't know if it was, like the miracle hydroxy cut stuff, but it seemed, like she would post pictures of her food, like she was eating real food. So I think I just finally reached out and was like, hey, this program that you're doing, what's it all about? So I think that progress picture definitely is something that caught my eye.
Yeah, and that's true. You need to be posting before and afters, and it doesn't mean you have to have this drastic change. It could be something little, like your jeans fit better. You know what I mean? But just showing that you are making progress, you are staying consistent on your journey, and it's not like a quick fix and from overnight success and then your whole thing goes to crap. She's consistently getting better and better results because she's on track. Thank you.
Quotes too. I always like the quotes she posted.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you have any other questions, comments? We're good.
Another little thing, just even if you forget to post for a day, something that I've done is every once in a while you just want to take a selfie, right? That's I don't know. Sometimes I'll just randomly want to do that, or I'll take a photo for someone else and I'm like, dang, I look cute today, and I'll make it into a post. Find a quote, or there have been times when I'm overwhelmed because I'm happy with something. Just post a picture of yourself smiling and say, this is why I'm excited. Today, I posted a picture saying I'm really excited to talk to all of you tonight, and I meant it. And I was sitting there with a squinchy little face. I'm I can't do that. I need to actually smile, and But it's little things like that. Even think about how every picture you post could possibly have a little bit of what you're doing in it.
Exactly. You're breadcrumbing. You're sharing what it is, like, you're sharing yourself first off, so people can relate to you. You're sharing your feelings, which is great because people love seeing when you're happy, when you're, accomplishing things, when you're excited about things, when you're enthusiastic, like you said in your presentation. And the fact that you're saying, like, I'm so excited to talk to my team, that gives them another sense of community and understanding of what it is all about. It's not just like you at home selling Shakeology. Like, we have a community, we have support, we have the accountability of other people. We make friends with new people, we make new connections. So I think that was a great post, and you look super cute too.
Thanks.
So don't be afraid to post selfies of yourself and share how you're feeling, and stay positive though. When you're having a super shitty day, you can talk about it, but put a positive spin on it. How are you going to get out of that crappy mood? Because no one likes a Debbie Downer. So, all right, girls. Well, if nobody has any other questions, we'll wrap it up for tonight. Next week's call, I will be on talking to you girls. I have to decide about what. So if anyone has anything they'd like to talk about, I'm up for suggestions. But just, talking about wrapping up the end of the year, maybe talking about the leadership ladder and how that's important as opposed to just, rank advancements, maybe goal setting for the new year would be great. So start thinking about things like that, what you'd like to accomplish for yourself and for your business and all that. So we will take our picture. Everybody smile, nice and pretty. And I hope you had a great night. There you go. All right, 1, 2, 3, smile. Oh, wait, sorry, wrong button. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Awesome, thanks, girls. Thank you again, Julia. It was an awesome call. If there's a way for you to share that presentation in the team page, just like upload the PowerPoint or whatever, that would be great. So in case anyone missed it or wants to go over it, we have that info. Yeah, same time, same place next week. For 2016, we're gonna, I guess I'll take a poll of what days and times work best for everyone for team calls, because I know sometimes, if you have class or work or some other scheduling conflict, it kind of sucks that you can be on because of that. So maybe we'll switch it up, like, bi-weekly and do different times or whatever. I'll figure it out. But thank you, everybody, for being on. And thank you, Julia, one more time. Let's keep kicking butt and changing lives. And, yeah, have a great night, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.